What's up, ladies and gents? Sinister101, your host here, and I don't normally do reaction videos to movies or things like that, obviously, because immediately they just get copyrighted and it's not a way for me to sustain the channel and keep doing what I love to do. But this is one of those instances where I feel like I absolutely have to, me being the Superman fan I am. I know you don't really see it all around you, but all on the walls, everywhere in this room, are nothing but Superman action figures, memorabilia, all that stuff. I have got Superman tattoos up the wazoo. Let's just say that I am a Superman aficionado, okay? It has been something that has been very, very important to me all my life, essentially for what Superman represents about helping others, being thy neighbor, you know, protecting, you know, doing good, decent. It's kind of like how I've lived. The motto of my own life is always to try to be there for other people and to help them out whenever I can. It's another big emphasis or point of emphasis on this channel, is to be here to help you guys with the walkthrough guides that I do, a place for you to come and feel welcomed and to know that we're all together in this life and kind of thing. And so I have yet to see the Superman trailer. So believe it or not, I have not seen it yet because I've been busy this morning, so I haven't had a chance, and it just came out. So today we're going to take a look at the brand new Guns, you know, Superman. And let me just say that I was a little skeptical at the very beginning of the announcement, and the reason I was skeptical wasn't because Henry Cavill was no longer Superman, but it was the way that WB went about and did it. The fact that they told him, you will continue to be Superman, and we have some new projects for you. And then immediately, you know, because they hired Gunn, and he just dismantled that completely. That was the main reason that I have been upset over this whole process. So I'm going in with this with an open heart because I love Superman. Superman is more than just one person or an actor. It's just like James Bond to me. You know, it's so much more than just one person. It's a character. It's more about a representation of who that character is more than who the actual person that plays it. Although we've had some amazing Superman actors over the years, and I've loved just every single one of them because they've all been great. But to say the least, let's go ahead and get in here. If you want to support the channel, because this is going to get copyrighted, obviously, then leave a super thanks. I mean, that's the best thing I can say, is if you want this channel to be able to keep going and doing what we love to do. So with that being said, I am super excited. Don't forget to leave a like. Make sure you set your notifications to all when you have your notifications set for this channel, as that is the best way to make sure that you don't miss any of our videos or live streams that we do. So with that being said, let's take a look for the very first time, my 100% true reaction to the new Superman trailer. I'm so excited for this. And then I'm going to maybe break it down a little bit afterwards. But yeah, let's go ahead and do this. So you can see I already got the poster on my desktop. I've had that for a few days. So you can say I'm excited for this. All right, here we go. And I swear I have not watched this yet. I actually almost forgot that today was Thursday because I've just been so busy with so many things. I've watched all the teasers and all that kind of stuff leading up to it, but when I woke up this morning, I totally forgot that today was the day that the actual trailer was releasing. So, ladies and gents, without further ado, Superman official teaser trailer. Here we go. I'm so ready. Perfect. Start out at the Fortress of Solitude area. Love it. We didn't get that enough in Man of Steel. There was, you know, no Fortress of Solitude, really. He's already hurt, though. Wow. Okay, that... he looks like a geek. He looks like Clark Kent. I mean... Okay, our first look at Lois. Oh, I got like this sensation in me right now, man. Oh, look who's his dad is. Oh, I love it. I love that actor. Oh, Crypto! No way! Oh, they're gonna make him a big part of this movie. Oh, it's gonna bring a tear to my eye. I love it. They've never really used Crypto.
Home. Take me home.
Oh, damn. Yes!
Superman.
I gotta process that haircut. Okay. July 11th. Oh my gosh, I got so much to process right there. Okay. All right. All right. I have a lot to process here. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. First of all, it did bring tears to my eyes because of how much I love this character and what the character means to me, obviously. All right. So first things first, they're using the original John Williams score a little bit, and obviously they're putting their own thing on it. I don't mind that at all. I think they're just trying to distance himself away from the realism that Zack Snyder went with Superman, who is more of a realistic portrayal of Superman as opposed to kind of the comic books where it's more lighthearted and comic-y and stuff. This is obviously heading more towards lightheart and comic-y. I get it. It's going to be a huge difference between these two, and it's going to have a lot of people up in arms because some people really do enjoy the realistic version of Superman. And some people love the comic book version of Superman, and I'm in between. I love both of them, but I think this is needed. I think the comic book version is needed to come back to show the light-heartedness of Superman. So obviously you saw a lot of colors, like everything was so bright. Like, I mean, literally, like there was not this much color was never in any of Zack Snyder's films. I'm interested to see what is giving him damage here. If they're changing the lore at all, I mean, because right now there's only two things that can even possibly do damage to Superman, and that is especially making him bleed, and that is obviously kryptonite or magic, some sort of magic. So I don't know the synopsis of the story yet. I don't know, what's going on in between there as to why that is what it is. Dude, I mean, one of the things that I was always a little iffy about in Zack Snyder's Superman was Clark Kent just didn't look bumbly enough. You know what I mean? Because the whole thing that makes you try to believe that Superman is or that Clark Kent is Superman is the fact that there are two really, really different aspects of that one character. Clark Kent is bumbly, he's goofy, he makes it look like he's he's always smart, but he's very he's very it's comical. It's just supposed to be it's to make you think very, very at the very least that this guy could possibly be a Superman, person. And so far, his look, I love the curly hair. The black curly hair is really selling it for me. I honestly don't think that any version of Clark is going to be better than Christopher Reeves, because Christopher Reeves he embodied what Clark was to a perfection. I mean, he was but it was the 70s. It was a different time period. So you got to understand, geekiness has changed over that time period. So like he's pulling it off very, very well. And I can't wait to see more of the Clark scenes, because that's some of the best scenes in any Superman movie, is to get to see the contradiction between the characters, and how they kind of work against each other, or how they play off of each other, should I say. I do love how they're starting off with Superman in conflict, in hurt for whatever reason that's happening, because one thing about the Superman lore is it's very hard to portray Superman as anything but it's very hard to portray him as anything but invincible, because he's just one of those characters that you just can't really hurt. So obviously it's got to play off of those two parts unless they're trying to add something to the lore or do something differently. So it'll be nice and interesting to see this. And I love the fact that they've brought in freaking Crypto. I gotta get to that little part with him like coming up there. Look at that right there. Oh my gosh, is that just not, that is the most perfect thing to do right here. We have never really seen Crypto in a movie. Obviously there was a few episodes with Crypto in Smallville, which is my favorite TV show of all time. But they didn't really dive too much into it. But I'm really interested to see what they're doing with Crypto here, how they're going to explain him, how that's going to go. And I love that he is helping Superman in a way that Superman needs help. Superman feels vulnerable right here. And to me, some of the best writing that can happen with Superman is when he's in a vulnerable state. Now, too often they make how he got there too cheesy. So let's hope that they don't do that. And let's hope they make it really good in that aspect. But I love the fact that Crypto's here. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. And the way that he actually calls for him, listen.
Home. Take me home.
Home, take me home. He's obviously talking about the Fortress of Solitude. So clearly there's going to be some Fortress of Solitude here, because that is Superman's home, is Fortress of Solitude. And we never really got that in the Man of Steel series. I don't know why Zack Snyder decided to put that out, because that is a huge thing about, that's the one place that he can go, to calm himself. And that's his home. That's his, and I don't know why he never, obviously it was the alien ship was pretty much the Fortress of Solitude, I guess, in the Man of Steel series. But, I just, I'm really glad that they're putting that in there. And I love that he grabs his, and look, see that right there, man. This is exactly what I wanted. And I mean, it's about Superman saving folks, right? That's the whole thing. I mean, it's about just, everyone going about their day and things happening, and Superman is there to help out. And I just absolutely love that. Now, I don't like how he's holding her head here, but he can control his own strength. So I'm sure he would hold that head enough to make sure that he doesn't do it too hard. Obviously he wants to make sure that her head is completely down so that his body can mask all of everything. But can we just appreciate the visual effects on this? I mean, that looks really good. And oh my gosh, look at Lex. Okay, Luthor Corp. All right, obviously we're really establishing that he is a rich son of a being here. Oh yes, and I think that they made a perfect casting choice. I know a lot of us want an older Luthor, because a lot of people want, like, they want an old Luthor against a younger Superman, right? Which is how it was in the comic book series. But me being a fan of Smallville, I really liked having Luthor being closer to the age of Clark and Superman, because it just meant that we can have more opportunities with them for more movies, as long as it's obviously, continues to be successful. And I think this was a great casting choice. I was not, and I'll just be the first to admit it myself, but I was not the biggest fan of Luthor in the Zack Snyder films. I just wasn't. Eisenberg, whatever his name is, Jesse. I mean, he's a good actor, but he is no. I know originally going to this, I was kind of wanting like someone like Bryan Cranston to be Luthor. I think he would have done a great job as Luthor. But I understand why they would want to go younger, because, they're trying to build this universe and build it up and stuff. And Nicholas Hoult is an amazing actor. Amazing. And I believe he also auditioned for Superman himself. And I think he would have done a great job as Superman as well. He would have needed to bulk up a little bit, but having him as Luthor brings a lot of credibility, I think, to this. So I think what he's using there is probably a kryptonite bullet. Now, this from what I've heard, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I heard is that the lore is already established in this universe. That this is not a origin story, that he's already been Superman for a while, and I guess people already know about Superman. He's already done some of his stuff, so maybe they already know how to defeat him. Maybe Luthor finds out in the movie how to how to go up against him and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting. Now, the suit itself, I was not a big fan of the pictures that I saw of the suit when they originally came out. I thought it was way too, I don't know, like too many parts. Like instead of it being one, suit, it felt like it was just a bunch of parts. I do love how they have it on the outside. I think that's how it should be. And there was a saying, I believe I read something just like a few days ago, that the actor here, and I'm still don't 100% know his name, Corn Sweat or something like that. But that he had convinced James Gunn to put the shorts back on the outside because one of the reasons that Superman made the outfit that he did was because that he wanted kids to feel safe around him, and kids always feel safe around wrestlers. And that's a true statement. I know when I was a kid and they were like the real life superheroes when I was a kid, was wrestlers, like Hulk Hogan, and they always had trunks on and stuff like that. So I totally get that. And I'm so glad that they brought that back. I mean, he looks like Superman. I mean, they nailed the casting. Now, why are they upset here? Why are they mad at Superman? So clearly everyone loves him in the beginning because he saves people, but for whatever reason, people aren't liking him here. I don't know it's going to be interesting to see why they turned on him. Like, what did he do, or what did Lex put up falsely, making people think that he has done something bad? So I'm interested to see what that is. Although I don't understand why he would flinch at that right there. See, he blinked when he got hit. Superman wouldn't blink when he gets hit. I mean, not by a can. But he's going into some area. I don't know what's going on here, so we'll have to find that out. And the more and more I see of the suit, the more and more I'm loving it. This is a war-torn suit right here. So something has happened. Something has been going on. He's at Stag Industries. Now here... I don't know what Gunn is thinking here. He's maybe comic relief. Maybe Gal Gardner is trying to be a comic relief type of character, but this haircut, what on earth is he thinking? Hot girls in here. Okay, so we get some DC lore characters that we really haven't seen a lot in media. Whoa, that is a huge creature. Now, where does this... So obviously they're there to help him, protect him and stuff. So that's really cool. I like that. Now, what is this thing? So there's Superman here on the side here. He's getting bombarded here by whatever the hell this thing is. Inside the lore, I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I just love the look of it. And look, all the buildings, they're intact. Listen, James Gunn, if he wants to not piss fans off, he knows that Superman would do everything in his collective power to make sure that the destruction of a city would not happen. So he would use all of his might and strength to either take this fight somewhere else outside of the city. And that's just kind of what Superman is. He tries to keep all of the people that he can out of harm's way. Now, here we go. So they have some type of relationship already. It's already established that Clark and what I don't know is if she knows Clark is Superman. But I do know that her and Superman clearly have some type of relationship here, as you'll see in the next few scenes. But then again, here is Superman dressed up as Clark, but without the glasses. So this has got me thinking that she already knows Clark is Superman. And I don't 100% know. Maybe someone could let me know in the comments below where they're going with that. But in this case, it looks like, because he doesn't have his glasses on, but he's got regular clothes on. So that tells me that this is Clark. So I don't know how they're going to do that. But clearly they already have a relationship. All right. He is... I don't know who this... Some type of robot character, but he's very, very upset about Okay, so I can see what this is. This robot character here, this is at the Fortress of Solitude. The reason you can see that is because you've got the glass crystal here everywhere. Totally looks like Fortress of Solitude. This is probably a companion that Superman has had at the Fortress of Solitude for many years at this point. And it looks like he gets damaged or something's happened to him. Someone's invaded the fortress or something like that. That's what I'm seeing from this. Yep, clearly Fortress of Solitude. I don't really know who that character is right there. One of you guys can let me know. But we do get some building destruction, as you can see clearly here. So Lex is obviously, oh, dude, he's going to be such a good Lex. You can already see that he's going to be a Lex that you love to hate. All right, this kid is saying Superman, it gives him hope and all that good stuff. Oh my gosh, this is... So, okay, all right. I'm drawing a blank on their names, and I do apologize. Please put the names of these superheroes that you're seeing in the comments below, because I don't 100% remember exactly who they were. But what I do want to know is... That's it. Okay, so wasn't this field like in Cleveland? So isn't that like Cleveland's Progressive Field or something? Or where is this? Like, this is... Yeah, that's I believe. I might be wrong on that. Now, who's that right there? Is that Lois, or is that someone else that he's protecting? I don't know, but they're going after him. But he's clearly got these things here that are keeping him protected. I love this. Scenes like this just, ugh. You know, I've married my Lois, you know. I love it. All right, I mean... I'm going to be honest. I think this is a great trailer. This was a great introduction to James Gunn's Superman, and it brings me hope. As much as I was upset that Henry got shafted, it was because of the way that it happened. They didn't do his character right. He was a great Superman, in my opinion, and he will go down as one of the best Superman, period. But like every character has to evolve and move on, and this is going to be James Gunn's story. We need to accept it. Nothing's going to change. I don't know what I think about the guitar here. I mean, the guitar, they're going for like a very light 80s comic booky vibe here, so I guess the guitar kind of works in the situation. She looks totally fine as Lois. You got to remember, guys, this is a newspaper company that I'm thinking it's newspaper. It might be video now, because newspaper companies really aren't the same as they were back then. It's hard to create something that was created in the 30s that doesn't make sense anymore. But look, you got his bumbliness. I mean, how perfect is that? Look at this. He's on the phone. She's there. Well, he's not really bumbling, but he's, you know, doing his thing. I just don't know if she knows Clark as Superman yet, at least at this point. He looks so good as Superman. I mean, or as Clark. He's going to do a great job. I do love this right here. This is you know, we've always seen the big spectacle farmhouse with the barn and stuff like that. You can see that all of this, you know, this must be later on when, well, no, it's not later on because he's still right there. So Jonathan Kent is still alive in this situation. So that's cool. Now this actor, you don't really get to see his face, but if I'm thinking it's the same guy, and it might not be the same guy, this actor has usually played a lot of villains, and he has this thing with his eyes that kind of move back and forth. He's got like this eye. I don't know if it's the same guy or not. Maybe you guys can correct me on that. But if it is him, that's a great choice. All right, so we've seen the trailer now. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well. I just wanted to give my kind of my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm looking forward to this. I hope you guys are as well. I cannot wait for July. Superman is back. And you know, there's something about when Superman is in movies and it's out there in this world that we live in right now. I liked the realism of Superman in the Man of Steel series, but I can even honestly say it was too grim. It was too dark. And we need a little light right now because there is too much darkness going on around us. We need some light. So I think this is the perfect time for a movie like this to come and hopefully inspire people to be better, because that's the whole purpose of Superman. It's to inspire people, right? It's not to mock or to say that an alien can be a better human than a human can. And no, it's to inspire. It's to bring the goodness out in people. And so one of the things that I hope is that this movie does that. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are as well. If you're not, let me know in the comments. If you are, let me know in the comments. Let's go. And again, thank you to everyone out there. Don't forget to like, comment, all that kind of stuff. Support the channel any way you can. This is what we do for a living, and we love it here, and I want to keep doing this for as long as I possibly can. Thank you for help supporting our family, or my family, and I love you all. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.